Hey everyone, for those who don't know me, I'm Sandrino, and I'm very glad to have the opportunity to talk to you about this important business, which is VDs in Latam. So I will walk you through a clear view of where we stand in the TV business across our region, the structural challenges we are facing, and most importantly, the strategy we built to regain traction, increase preference, and return to growth or to accelerate growth in 2026. So when we look at the current landscape of the market, we have three forces that shape our reality. The market itself, the competitive dynamics, and consumer behavior. So starting with our first screen here, you already know the market is quite stable, is likely growing, projected to grow in the next year. And of course, within this market, we have an accelerated pace of growth for the mid and lower tier products. This is mainly due to the move coming from the C brands, TCL, Hisense, and by using this simple duo, good enough product with accessible price. And they are already hitting us or hitting the market with a combined share of 19%. And the last fact to share with you guys is the growth of the bigger screen. We know that this is desirable by any consumer, and more low-income households are also having access and also being enabled by the C brands to have the bigger screen in their households. Yeah. At the end of the day, what we are saying or what we are seeing is this big screen dilemma. Consumers have learned in the past years that bigger is everything. I need bigger and bigger and bigger. And of course, this is something quite simple to be reproduced, and it reduces the attention we can get from consumers around the true differentiation of our products, of our technology. So this is one key insight. The second one is related to the competitive dynamics. Samsung remains the premium leader. We are respected, we are the number one, but we are losing share more and more. This is also hitting our profitability, since we have to also battle against the C brands. That's something that we know it's necessary, but we do know it's not enough. It's not the main objective or the main weapon we have. We have our product, we have our ability to engage consumers, so on and so forth. Then we have the OLED segment. We know there is a tough contender, and we also want to lead that with our brand. And C brands, as I already mentioned, they are owning, or they are getting more and more out of the mid and lower funnel, which means they are using price and tech glitter to get a higher conversion rate. At the end of the day here, we are saying that despite we have a great share of voice, consumers are aware of our brand, our superiority. It's about, by the time we go to the consideration phase, we need to lock their attention so they can understand our products, our benefits, rather than just the features, the hard specs, and with that, get to a higher conversion rate, a share of wallet, if I may. And finally, consumers, we already know they are their consumer journey, the purchase journey is taking up to 7 weeks. So it's a period of full anxiety and overload, basically because they are collecting information around any possible source from reviews, their peers, the retail. And again, we have a great PTO. Consumers are proud to own. They desire the brand, but they are being challenged. But we are being challenged by and perceived also as emotionally distant. Okay? The takeaway here is that we are dealing with this anxiety that leads to procrastination, and it's mainly due to they are buying $1,500 device, so it's a quite high involvement, but with this rupture in the enchantment, in getting a clear view of what they want to buy. And again, we are ahead of them if we talk about the superiority of our products. So the key issue here is, despite we are being remembered and respected, our TVs are quite an object of desire. We are still suffering with market share loss, with profitability erosion, and also this consumer emotional distance I mentioned. That being said, our job to be done is to make them, make those consumers that are willing, that are deciding to buy a new TV, and we know next year it's World Cup, we know it's the greatest moment to have them switching, replacing their devices. We know that these guys are more susceptible to choose our brand. If we take them, if we get their attention and convince them earlier in the purchase journey. So the way we want to do that is by strengthening the connection we have with them, not only at an emotional level, but also at a rational level. And to do that, we need to really focus on what can a TV from Samsung do to facilitate and improve their experience anytime they want to watch TV. So from a product strategy, we have 4 main levers in terms of product. We have to keep growing QLED, defending ourselves from the fake ones. We have to start advancing in OLED, also in large screens, which is also an important attribute, and of course leveraging our sound device business. Finally, to get to our strategy, so the main objective here is to reignite our leadership in TVs in the way that we are going to streamline from all the awareness we can get from consumers to actually the choice of our brand, and also creating lasting brand love with our TVs, with our brand. The main goal here, despite we have a lot of KPIs, it's about increasing the brand purchase intention. And the way we're going to do that, we are going to monitor that, it's by the Google search index, how many times people are searching for our TVs, getting to be informed about it, and also the connection rate you already know. And for this mission, we have 3 main pillars. We have to deepen the relationship with them. We have to own the purchase journey, full funnel domination, right? And also raise the pride to own a product from our categories. So just to give you an idea of the key actions we are coordinating to support you guys next year, and we are looking for the ways the talent ways you are going to amplify them. So first of all, I won't get too much into it, but it's the regional football campaign. It's about getting the features being translated into the emotional payoff related to this moment. Of course, we are going to strengthen this with the one launch, so bringing novelty to our portfolio. And also in the second half of the year, we are discussing and planning a global partnership. So more to talk in our co-creation session, okay? By owning the purchase journey, we are going to support you guys with toolkits to guide us to improve our way to generate content among consumers and how to support content creation. And also something that is very important is that we know that despite the CRM, the funnel activation is at your hands, we understand we can have a more assertive funnel activation, focusing on a dynamic and logical way to engage consumers. And just to end our presentation, it's about raising the pride to own, okay? So you already know we have the soundbar campaign for the Q1. We are going to share details with you, the playbook in the coming weeks. And we have the demarketing seed brands. And here it's about not just saying they are fake, but actually proving, showing and telling we have the best TVs in town. Okay, guys, so this is pretty much what we have to share now. Looking forward to discuss more with you soon. Thanks.